Hello ladies, welcome to Wednesday's class. We are only going to use dumbbells today, dumbbells and body weight, so don't need any bands or anything like that. Let's see here. I'll give it a minute like I usually do to let a couple people jump on. Full of static today. I just took this out to dry. All right, it's a minute after there. So like I said, if you're just joining, we are just going to be using dumbbells today, no bands or anything like that. So no special equipment, just dumbbells and body weight. All right, let's get going. So our usual stretches, feet are normal distance apart, toes pointing straight forward. Reach down, up, tip, and twist. Okay, all the way wide. Okay, narrow. Okay, back to normal distance, but let's externally rotate the toes. And internally rotate. Perfect. All right, so first exercise, we're going to grab one dumbbell. We're going to do like a squat press or push press, whatever you want to call it, but just kind of off-centered. So our abs have to kick in a little bit more. So you're going to hold it up by one shoulder, sit down into your squat. As you come up, press up. Okay, so still try to keep your body straight up. All right, the dumbbell's going to want to kind of pull you over to one side, but let those abs do the work. And 12. All right, we do have to switch this over. So other side, same deal. Sit back into the squat, push up over your head. And 12. All right, grab another dumbbell to go with it, light to medium. I wouldn't go super heavy on these. We're going to do those bent over kickbacks. So elbows nice and high, kick back. Perfect. And then we're going to do a little bit of balance work. In the past, we've done kind of 3 planes of motion with these, but today we're just going to stick with one. So it's standing on one leg, and then you're going to reach out to the side, and then other side. So you're just going as far as you can, both directions. Just get that hip going. Very light touches. I mean, depending on your balance, you can touch down, or your range of motion might be much smaller depending on your balance as well. Okay, get your 12 reps. And the other side. And 12. Perfect. All right, that's our first circuit. So take a little sip of water. All right, so back to our single-sided squat press. All right, so make sure your body is staying straight up. Sit back and push. And 12. All right, other side. And 12. All right, we've got our kickbacks, so 2 dumbbells. Lean forward, nice flat back, just hinge from your hips. Kick back. Squeeze that muscle on the back side of your arm. All right, and then we've got our little balancing act here with our side-to-side movement. So you reach out and reach the other way. And 12. All right, other one. And 12. All right, round 2. Take a very quick breather there. All right, last time with these squat presses. Here we go. Squat, press. I'm keeping my hands sideways for these. It's kind of, the press is not real strict here. If you rather hold your palm forward, that's fine. Most people choose this way though. And 12. Okay, other one. Ten, 11, 12. All right, kickbacks, last time. Hinge forward, elbows high, squeezing the tricep. Right, and we've got our balance. Reach and reach. And 12. Okay, other one. so that's it for the first circuit. So just take another breather, sip of water, and we're moving on. All right, so just as we did the last couple weeks, we did the forward lunge with the twist, or sorry, we did reverse, but front to back, I'll say, lunge with the twist. Today we're gonna go lateral lunge, still with a twist. So start with your feet together, step straight over, toes pointing straight forward, sit down on that leg, and twist. All right, try that as one smooth motion, twist as you land. Really think about landing with those toes straight forward. They're gonna wanna turn out. So think about turning them in and they'll land straight. And 12. Okay, other side. And 12. All right, grab another weight. I would say probably fairly light for these. We're gonna do a front raise with one arm and a lateral raise with the other one. And then you switch. So every rep, you're switching. So just a little bit of a rotation there. So one comes up to the front, one comes up to the side, up to shoulder height, bring it down, and then just move it a little so you get the other side. All right, front side raises, here we go. Make sure it's those arms, your chest is staying straight forward the whole time. Make sure it's just those arms that are moving in the slightly different positions, okay? Completely lost count, but I think that's about it. All right, and then we're gonna go with one of our dumbbells for our old trusted one behind the head tricep extension. Try to keep that arm nice and vertical so that the upper arm vertical and hinge from your elbow. Okay, other one. And 12. Perfect. All right, that's our 3 for this group. All right, dumbbell ready, side lunge with the twist. Toes straight forward, land, twist it out. Okay, switch it. get your other dumbbell for our front and side raises. So chest out, shoulders back, nice good posture. 1, and switch. And last one. Good. All right, and oh yeah, behind the head. Here we go. 1 dumbbell, elbow straight up. Go. Again, try to think about this muscle on the back side of your arm, your tricep. Squeeze it on the way up. Okay, other side. All right, take your breather. We've got 1 more group of those. 1 more set. All right, last lunges for the day. There's almost always some kind of lunge. 11 and 12. All right, other side. And 12. All right, front lateral raises. Here we go, chest out and lift. Switch, lift. And last one on the other side. Perfect. Okay, and our overhead tricep. All right. And 12. Perfect. All right, I am going to take this weight down to the floor. We just need 1 weight for our core work today. take your little breather. Alright, so we're going to start with that weight. We're going to do those Russian twists. So that's the one where you kind of lean back from your hips so your body is still nice and good posture. And then twist. Keep those knees nice and steady. If it feels too easy, you can lift your feet from the floor, but make sure those knees are able to stay steady. Okay, and then coming down to our back with the weight today, legs up and crunch up towards the toes. Keep that lower back on the floor. It's just a crunch, not a sit up. Exhale on the way up. All right, and then we're going to go with our cross leg reverse crunches. So cross one leg over, and then it's just pick the knees up off, or pick the feet up off the floor, bring the knees back towards the chest. Little pulses. Okay, get your 12, switch it over. All right, a little breather. Getting rid of the ponytail because it drives me nuts when I'm on my back. All right, back to Russian twist. Lean back and twist. And good. All right, lay back for our legs up with the dumbbell. If it's too tough with the dumbbell, you can just do it with your hands like we did last week. But if you want, add a dumbbell. Whew. All right, back to the cross leg. Little pulses. Oh, that was burned for me. I think I'm working against every tight muscle in my body here. My low back is ridiculous. Whew. All right, breather. We got one more group of those. All right, Russian twist. Let's get it. Chest out. Nice good posture in the upper body. All right. Legs up. Upper ab crunch. Here we go. And the cross legs. Last set. One. Okay, other side. Try to breathe during these. I just realized I was holding my breath. It's hard, but even just little shallow breaths Excellent. All right, sit up and let's get our stretches. I have time for the stretch today. All right, so legs stretched out in front of you, fold over. Okay, bring your feet in, knees fall open. A little lean forward. Okay, 90-90. All right, switch it up. Okay, sit back into child's pose. All right, up tall, cat cow. Perfect. Half kneel. Whatever knee's on the ground, that's your up arm, up and over. Okay, switching. Perfect. Come up from the floor, find somewhere to hold on, pull the leg up. Other side. All right, and then grab your hands behind your back, pull your shoulders back. Perfect. All right. Thank you for joining me, ladies. Another reminder, I did just post in the group, but just in case you don't see, Sunday is the Lethbridge meetup, so just let me know if you can make it. Other than that, I think we're good. So Monday, 12 o'clock, should be good. Thank you. Bye-bye.